All right, we are live. So we're on here today to talk about whether Jim Tressel, Lieutenant Governor for the state of Ohio, hates the kids of Ohio or not. I will tell you that I don't know that answer. Um, but there is a Team Tressel fitness challenge out there right now. And sorry, I had to check and see if I had audio. I do. There's a Team Tressel fitness challenge. I saw this on um, I think it was Instagram, Facebook, something. But I'll pull the video up. The first thing I thought of when I saw this was I'm like, well, it's great. Looks like they're getting people moving. And then I started looking a little bit closer, and I couldn't tell if there's any standards to this challenge, if there's um, if there's anything that you like win, or if it's just like, hey, we're trying to get people to get up and move. So we will take a look at this video real quick, and I'll give you a little bit of my analysis on it and why I think, or why I titled the thumbnail of this in the episode, Does Jim Tressel Hate Kids? So we're going to share this screen. I'm going to play the video, and you're not going to be able to hear this, but I will kind of talk you through my thoughts when I was doing it. So we have these kids in a gymnasium. You got Jim Tressel here, kind of looking on. And first thing I'm thinking is, what are you looking at? Because you got multiple kids that are not squatting below parallel. You also have a lot of kids that are. Like this dude over here in front of the American flag, his ass is basically touching the ground, which is great. You're squatting below parallel. Girl in the gray sweats, red shirt. Um, she looks like she's probably going to be squatting below parallel. But as I play this, these people are not all squatting to the same standard. And I'll tell you why that's important here in a second. Wow, this is taking forever to load. Let's get my phone off Wi-Fi if it's on Wi-Fi. Let's see. Is it playing yet? Yep, here we go. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe this is going to be a whole shit show because the video is not playing. Come on. Can we play it? Can we play it? Oh, I can kind of scroll through it. Wow. This is not good. All right. Well, we'll take that off for a second. Take that off. Let me pull something else up. Let's see if I can get that to load. Um. So, well, anyways, why is it important to have a standard? You have to have a standard so it's consistent. It can be measurable and repeatable. That's how you track your progress. Okay. So if there's anything you can take away from this video, other than my internet is slower than shit right now, is you have to measure your progress in the gym. Okay. Squats. What do we do in squats at CrossFit Port Clinton? We put a standard to that. So your hip crease goes below your knee every time you squat. We're squatting below parallel. Um, when we do push-ups, start full lockout position, chest touches the ground, full lockout position. It is something that you can repeat, and it's measurable. You know how far you have to move for your chest to hit the ground and go back to full extension. You can tell whether you're squatting below parallel or not. So you can track progress that way. This is why it's important that we also um, record our scores at the gym. If you're not recording your score, you're just basically showing up to show up, which is fine. But if you record your scores, you can track that progress over time and see if you're increasing your work capacity across broad time and modal domains. So whether the time part, short distance, medium distance, long distance, as far as the time of the workout. So like 0 to 2 minutes, 2 to 20 minutes, 20 to 60 minutes, and then modal domains, which is all the different things that we do at CrossFit. Um, you have your gymnastics, your weightlifting, monostructural movements like your cardio. Those are all the things that we're going to be doing, looking at, and measuring. So if there's no standard, can't measure progress. Sorry, just can't do it. It's also functional movements, so it's stuff that you're going to see in everyday life. That's what we focus on. We're trying to help people expand their lifespan, um, being able to do things that they enjoy longer instead of sitting in a nursing home for the last 10 years of your life, kind of rotting away. Um, let me see if I can pull up this actual challenge thing. I do not have fast enough internet right now, unfortunately. For this thing to play. I'll try it one more time. You can't see my screen, but I'm gonna try it. It's still not playing. That's too bad. Okay. Oh man, I did it again. I got the wrong thing up. Man, this is not going well. Copy, paste. Okay, here we go. Jesus. Rookie mistakes all across the board here. Okay. So Team Tressel Fitness Challenge. It launches across schools across Ohio. Lieutenant Governor put it on. It's grades 4 to 8. It began on September 8th. 635 schools, over 160,000 students. Try to help form healthy habits in fitness, nutrition, sleep through individual goal setting. That's fucking fantastic. Like, does Jim Tressel hate your kids? No, I don't think he does. I think he's actually trying to do something good. It's just, if you could go back and see that video, they need to have some standards and they need to enforce the standards, whether that was Jim Tressel or the person at that facility that was trying to conduct that session. And they might have done that. The kids might not listen. We have adults that don't listen to our coaches. We try to educate them on why we're moving to the standard, why it's important to do that. Sometimes there's injuries that prevent you from doing that, so we want you to be moving through a pain-free range of motion. So that could be why. But in that video, it just looked like they just weren't holding people to the standard, which if you don't coach that a lot, it's kind of uncomfortable to do that sometimes, especially at first. But the more you do it, the easier it gets to go, hey, get your ass lower in your squat. So that's fun. They created this challenge, so it's truly for everyone from super athlete to students who needs an adaptive exercise, from the very active to less active and everything in between, said Lieutenant Governor Tressel. I want kids to be excited about living a healthy life. Goal is to teach them good habits that will shape their behaviors. Self overall. Former wide receiver Ted Ginn Jr. is acting as the challenge captain. Will travel across the state with Lieutenant Governor. I wanted to be involved in the challenge because it's important to show kids early on how simple it can be to live a healthy life. We want to make it easier for kids to see how they can energize their bodies with small changes like water instead of soda, or taking a walk every day. If we can get a kid, we can get a family, and that can create a greater impact across the state. Couldn't agree more, Ted. Very, very well said there. Um, I think this challenge overall, great. Trying to get people out, trying to get them moving. 90% of your insurance dollars are going towards preventable chronic diseases. Yeah. Anybody that's watching this, if you're paying for insurance premiums, 90 cents for every dollar goes towards a preventable chronic disease. I will say that one more time. 90 cents for every dollar goes towards preventable chronic diseases. Lifestyle changes. You make the choice. Diet and exercise. How often am I moving and what am I putting in my mouth? Those two things, you change those. Not saying it's easy to do, but anybody can do it. A lot of those chronic diseases, reversible and preventable. Your doctor's not going to tell you that. So if you're on a medication, the next time you go in there for your routine, every 90 days, you got to come back to get another prescription filled. Ask them, what do I need to do to decrease this medication and eventually get off the medication? And if they don't tell you, you need to change your diet and you need to change your exercise routine, you need to change your lifestyle, you need to go to a different doctor. You don't have a doctor at that point, you have a drug dealer, legalized drug dealer. Um, it's ridiculous how much stuff is preventable and it's never brought up in the doctor's office. A lot of good doctors out there, so don't get me wrong, but also a lot of them that will not tell you that at all. I'll try this video one more time. I really want to hammer this home, but it's just not loading, and it did the other day when I was making these notes for the show. Let me see if I can get another one of these things come up, because they do have all these like little instructional videos that they did, and in the videos, damn, this is just nothing's loading. Like this one, Nate Sally's a former. Oh shit, it's working. So Nate Oliver, sorry, not Nate Sally. Nate Oliver, former Ohio State safety. He's talking about squats here, and he's kind of giving a standard. He's telling you to get your hips loose, push them back. Oh shit, and you can't even see it. Man, I'm really fucking up. Add to stage. Here you go. Here he's moving around, showing you his hips. Now it's not gonna load. But in this video, he does tell you to squat to 90 degrees. And I would tell you that you need to squat past 90 degrees because it's going to put a lot more strain on your knee joint than if you just squat past it. That joint is meant to go past 90 degrees. So if you never train that, it's going to be very hard to squat as you get older. So you want to continue to do that. Whether that's loaded or unloaded air squat, or man, this is pissing me off. It was literally playing on the other tab. But yeah, healthy habits with Jim Tressel, Team Tressel. So basically, what happened was at some point back in the day, I think it was John Kennedy. He created this presidential fitness challenge thing, and I think it was I think it was the Obama administration or 2012. Who was our president in 2012? I think it was Barack Obama. Under him, they revoked the fitness test. Let's see. Wikipedia, good old Wikipedia. So the presidential fitness test was a national fitness testing program conducted in the United States middle and high schools from the 50s to until 2013, when it was replaced by the presidential youth fitness program. On July 31st, 2025, uh, Donald Trump signed an executive order to reinstate the presidential fitness test. Somewhere in this article, it tells you when it was revoked. Pretty sure it was under the Obama administration they took it out. Yeah, Obama presidency retired the fitness test. Michelle Obama dedicated much of her writing to children's fitness and nutrition, launching Let's Move in 2010. Um, Solving the challenge of childhood obesity with a generation that children are born today reach adulthood at a healthy weight. Well, that went to shit because there's more kids that are obese now than ever before. So whether you agree with his politics or not, I think what you can't even see the freaking article. I was just scrolling through. I was literally highlighting and copying it. But down here was where it was talking about. They took that out of there. Whether you agree with his politics, antics, whatever you want to call it, or not, I think what Trump's done with that reinstating that fitness program is great for kids. So trying to get people back to prioritizing health and wellness. This was the executive order he signed. Um, President Sports Council. Council will be up to 30 members. Blah blah blah. Nobody cares about that. Function somewhere in here. It goes through what the test is, or maybe not. I thought it did, but they're bringing it back. Basically, what that test consists of. Here we go. Let's bring this up. Back to the Wikipedia page that you can't see. I gotta find it first. Here we go. Composition. Let's see. Right here. The form of the test varied from year to year, but at the time of its discontinuation in 2012, it comprised of running 1 mile, performing as many sit-ups as possible in 60 seconds. So you got an AMRAP of 60 seconds of sit-ups. That's as many reps as possible. AMRAP. Performing pull-ups or push-ups until failure. The choice of exercise being left to the proctor. So whoever's conducting the test is going to tell you which one you're doing. I would make you do both. A sitting flexibility test. I'm not sure what that is. Touch your toes, maybe? Can you touch your toes? So can you do the splits? I don't know. And then a variant shuttle run. The purpose of running was to gauge cardiovascular health, sit ups to gauge core strength, and the shuttle run to gauge agility. Exercise professionals has criticized the inclusion of sit ups on the grounds that it can injure the back and only particularly engages the core. Only partially engages the core. I can't read. Yeah, I think that's bullshit. I think that's somebody that's trying to get you to not do it because they think you're a pussy. I think you need to be able to do a sit up. I think you need to be able to do a push up. I think you need to be able to do a pull up. And I think that taking an emphasis off of that is a terrible idea. We have way too many sick kids in this country. They need to get up and start moving more often. So, Jim Tressel, thank you for doing that, dude. I think it's great. I think you need to keep doing that. I think you need to hire CrossFit Port Clinton to implement the program for you, though, because you would have some standards. And that's the other thing. I shouldn't say they don't have standards. I cannot see the standards public facing. Every page that I've looked at, they there was nothing on there. But once you sign up for that program, I think you can get more detail on there, and um, there could be standards in there that they've been telling people, hey, this is what we're doing and why we're doing it, but I just can't see it, unfortunately. That'd be great if it could. Man, this video is still spinning. All I wanted to do was show it and critique it a little bit. Oh well. So I think at some point that would be a good test for the gym. Um, 1 mile run, AMRAP, 60 seconds, max sit ups. The standard on that would be you're touching behind your head, and then your shoulders have to be in front of your hip crease when you come up at the top and touching some sort of the floor or your feet in front of you. Max set of pull ups, that would be fully extended, chin over bar, fully extended. I think I would let that be anyhow you wanted to get it over there. So whether you were doing a strict kipping or butterfly pull up, I think that would be appropriate. Um, I know a lot of people make fun of the kipping and butterfly pull ups in CrossFit, but honestly, it's a much harder movement than what you would think. And at our gym, we always prioritize strict strength first. So if you don't have a strict pull up, you ain't doing a kipping pull up, and you sure as hell ain't doing a butterfly pull up because you're gonna tear your shoulder out of socket. We do not want that. Max set of push-ups. Again, that would be fully locked out at the top, touching your chest to the ground, fully locked out at the top, and shuttle runs, 25 feet apart, shuttle back and forth, and then sitting flexibility test. I don't know what the fuck that is. I would probably omit that part because I'm not sure what they're going for there. Um, but yeah, I think that would be very beneficial to just test. Sal, I know you wanted to do something in 2026 or 2027. That could be very well incorporated into your test there. Clip that. So I think that could be beneficial. Test that stuff out. I'm going to pull this down for a second and see if I can find another thing to pull up here. So the presidential fitness test came back. Love it. Jim Tressel. I think that's why they got on board with this. Actually, I know that's why because I saw that. This is the other thing I wanted to talk about is if you are a school and you're not signed up for this, you have time. Round 2 begins February 2nd. So you guys came in here thinking I was going to talk all this shit about Jim Tressel. He hates your kid, but I think he's doing a good job trying to get you moving. So if you're a school and you have not signed up for this, I would highly encourage you to do so. And they've expanded the eligibility. So grades 3 through 8 are now eligible to participate. Student led and designed to build self discipline and confidence. Okay, now that might be why that video was so dog shit, because if the kids are leading it, they're not going to call each other out most of the time. But if you are a kid and you're watching this and you see somebody not squatting below parallel and they should be, you need to call them out. It's flexible and wide ranging with activities that work for every ability level. This sounds a whole lot like CrossFit. We got scaling options for everybody. This dude up here is in the wheelchair. If you're in a wheelchair, we got stuff that you could do at CrossFit Port Clinton. Any CrossFit gym will have options for you. So don't think that this shit you see on TV is what everybody's doing in their CrossFit gym, because it's not. How it works. Round 2 of the Team Tressel Fitness Challenge has been updated based on feedback from school leaders. Students will receive workbooks that guide them through a 30-day challenge that schools can plug and play when best fits their schedule. During the challenge, students will focus on the 5 activity groups of cardio, strength, flexibility, nutrition, and sleep, working through bronze, silver, and gold levels to become a healthy habits champion. So, cardio, strength, flexibility, those are 3 of the 10 general physical skills that we work on in CrossFit. Nutrition is the base of the pyramid, so the theoretical hierarchy of development. Nutrition is the base of that. That's what you want to focus on first. And sleep, that's hand in hand with nutrition. So I would say they're halfway there with this challenge on as far as the things that they're working on. Coordination, agility, accuracy, balance, stamina. I'm missing a couple, but those are the other 10 GPP skills that we work on in CrossFit. And then working through bronze, silver, and gold levels to become a healthy habits champion. My guess is those are just the scaling options. So if you can't get your chin over the bar for pull up, perhaps you are doing a toe assisted pull up, or perhaps you're doing a ring row. For push ups, you can't do a push up with your chest touching the floor and then going all the way back up. Maybe you're doing an elevated push up, so your hands are up on a box or a chair. It's a little bit easier. Maybe they are breaking gymnastics 101 and they're telling you to go down to your knees because they don't have enough space on boxes or chairs to have you touch your chest to those. That's changing the lever angle. That's why you don't want to do that in gymnastics. Who can participate here? Any public, private, or community school student in Ohio, the option to participate if their school opts in. Homeschool students may also participate. Challenge is designed with flexibility in mind. School who participated in round 1 are automatically opted into round 2. Do not need to sign up again. Here's a stupid video that I've tried to start 100 times. It's still spinning at the bottom. Man. All right. So, before I forget, go follow CrossFit Port Clinton on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like the video, comment after, and we will thank you for that. But a couple other things I wanted to talk about. CrossFit Port Clinton. Let's go to their website real quick. This week, the schedule is a little bit different. So if you come to the gym, look at the CrossFit Port Clinton app before you come, or come to our website and look at that. So we had class today. Tomorrow's a normal day, 5, 6, 7 a.m. open gym from 8 to 9. Stella's handling class from 10 to 11. And then we have a 4:30 and 5:30 p.m. class. Tuesday, normal schedule, 5, 6, 7, 10 a.m., 4:30, 5:30 p.m. We got that 8 to 10 open gym tomorrow. Wednesday, schedule's different. Only morning classes at 5, 6, and 7 a.m. Christmas Day, we are closed. The 26th, which is Friday, We only have morning classes 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 10 a.m. Unity counseling is a closed class, so don't show up at 9 a.m. Saturday, normal time, 8 o'clock. Sunday, normal time, 9 o'clock. It looks like Monday and Tuesday of next week, the 29th and 30th, are normal classes. The 31st, only 5, 6, and 7 a.m. And then the 1st, we only have a 9 a.m. and a 10 a.m. class. And then the 2nd, only morning classes. So 5, 6, 7, and 10 a.m. If you have a kid, I want to say it's preschool through 4th grade, preschool through 5th grade, preschool through something. We have a CrossFit Kids winter camp coming up. It's December 29th through January 2nd. So it'll be Monday through Friday from 8:15 to 9 a.m. That's with Coach Erin. She does a fantastic job with the kids. She is a preschool teacher. So if you're hesitant to send your kid, like, I don't really know if this lady knows what she's doing. She's a preschool teacher. So these are the kids that are in her wheelhouse. She does a really good job keeping them engaged. They play games. She teaches them about nutrition. So just like Jimmy Tressel is trying to get everybody out there doing, get them up and moving. Send your kids to CrossFit Portland's CrossFit Kids Winter Session. December 29th, that's a Monday, through January 2nd, that's a Friday. If you're going to be too hungover on January 1st, that's fine. Send them anyways. Have the grandparents bring them, or don't send them that day. Send them for 4 days. But we'll be there regardless. Clip it. And then the other thing I was going to go over is our programming for this week. Let's see if I can do this without screwing it up. So, yes, our programming is usually a secret, top secret. But what I'm going to try to do is to get people tuning into the show more often. So you might get a little sneak peek at the programming. So, Monday. Uh-oh. This is the wrong week. There we go. Monday, 22nd. We got a 5x5 back squat. This is week 3, Texas method. We started with a 5-rep max, and then we're doing percentage work, basically, trying to add 5 or 10 pounds a week. Tuesday, skill session. 5 rounds of 10 deficit push-ups with a 4 or a 2-inch deficit. Rest in 2 minutes between sets. And then a quick one, AMRAP 7 minutes, 10-second L-sit hold, 20 wall balls. 20 pounds for the guys, 14 for the ladies. That one is going to tax your midline way more than you think it's going to. Doesn't matter if you're doing an actual L-sit or it's a scaled version of that. And then you're going to be squatting, throwing that ball over your head, trying to squeeze your belly as you're doing that. That's going to be a good one. Taxing the midline. Wednesday, Christmas. Oh, sorry, no, it's Christmas Eve. 12 days of Christmas workout. 1 wall walk, 2 strict pull-ups, 3 burpees, 4 push-ups, 5 walking lunges, 6 air squats, 7 sit-ups, 8 jumping squats, 9 jumping lunges, 10 calorie echo bike, 11 strict handstand push-ups, and then 12 single-legged squats. So for that workout, you would do 1 wall walk, you would do 2 strict pull-ups, then 1 wall walk, then 3 burpees, 2 strict pull-ups, 1 wall walk, 4 push-ups, 3 burpees, 2 strict pull-ups, 1 wall walk, so on and so forth, all the way down to 12. Then you work your way back up to 1 wall walk. Those are fun ones. It's very long. It's yeah, it's gonna take a while to get through that one. Probably 30 to 40 minutes. Christmas Day we are closed. I think Lexus will be posting an at-home workout that day that you can be able to do in your home. The 26th for time, 15 deadlifts, 275, 185, and then 30 lateral burpees over the bar. That will be fast and furious. That's a good one. Saturday with a partner, 12 rounds for time. We got a 10 or 8 calorie echo bike, 7 dumbbell bench press, 50s and 35s, and then 12 synchro bodyweight lunges. One athlete works, one rests on the bike and bench press, and then you're doing synchro lunges. That'll be a good one. Your legs and your arms are going to be blown up on that one. 12 rounds for time. That's a lot. That'll be good though. So that was Saturday, and then Sunday we got our typical cardio session. 4 rounds for time, 60 or 45 calorie machine, and then 60 double unders. So that's what we got coming up. If you're not a member of CrossFit Port Clinton, I would highly suggest that you go out and you sign up for a free trial week if you are local to the area. We're always interested in getting people in, showing them what we're all about, trying to make people better, trying to improve the lives of the community, decrease that chronic disease bucket that we're always preaching about. The members know. It's a good time. Let me pull this down real quick. Find something else to pull up. There is one more thing that I was going to talk about. I don't remember what it was. So that might be it. Let me look at my notes. Yes, I do make some notes for this show so I can stay kind of on track and I don't just sit here and ramble the whole time. You guys can't see it, but I'm still trying to get that stupid video to play. Anyways. All right. I think that's it. I can't get anything else to pull up. Maybe at some point, if I can get this computer to work, I will. Oh, there it's going. It's actually going now. We got to pull it up now. Uh-oh. Team Tressel. Share. Now it's probably not going to play. Just because I said it was playing. Here we go. Look at these people. Wait a second. Let's go back. Teal girl. Sorry. I'm going to call you out, though. Not squatting below parallel. Somebody needs to help with the form. Jeez, oh, Pete. It was literally playing. I should have never touched it. I think I just did this and then I hit play. It spun and I went back to the beginning and then it buffered a little bit, but it played. Damn it. They do the same thing on the push-ups. This guy needs some help with his form. When you're doing push-ups, you don't want your elbows out like that. You want them near your sides like this. That's way less pressure on your shoulders. Somebody's doing a flamingo dance on this one. Can't see it. Man, what a bummer. Okay, that's it, guys. I'm going to go to bed. It's way past my bedtime, but I wanted to at least go over some of that stuff. Tune in Actually, one more thing. So if you can see my little overlay thing, I'm gonna be doing. I think we're gonna do a little bit different this year for Friday Night Lights. Friday Night Lights is the CrossFit Open. So there's CrossFit releases these workouts 3 different weeks. So we host them on Friday nights at our gym, and we encourage everybody that signs up for the Open to come on Friday night, and it's basically like a big party on Friday night. So come in, the coaches will go first, judges usually go in the second heat. That way we can kind of set the tone for everybody, and then everybody that's judging is done and out of the way, so we can just focus on all the members the rest of the night. But then we run it in heat style, so there's like 5 or 6 people going at a time depending on the workout for equipment purposes, and we're trying to get people in and out of there as fast as we can, but also make it a fun time. In the past, we have had snacks every night, and we had members that would bring stuff in or ask if they could bring stuff in, but primarily it was Lexus trying to organize and um, get some sort of snacks there every week. And this year we went to a couple different affiliate gatherings with other CrossFit gyms and like got some feedback on what they do. And they're like, yeah, we have a lot of them were like, yeah, we have sponsors. So um, we basically somebody would pay for the food and then they would get an ad ran. So what we're gonna do is we did the same thing. Basically, hey, you want to bring some healthy snacks? It's on you. You're gonna get a little ad at the table if you want one, and then we'll talk about it on our podcast. So you can see my screen there. We have our first 3 sponsors. So 26.1 will be sponsored by Greer Automotive. 26.2 will be sponsored by Fido and Felix Pet Parlor. And then 26.3 will be sponsored by Gem Beach Marina. And instead of me running around all night with a camera, I'm going to possibly be doing a podcast in the corner, trying to talk about um, basically what's going on during the night, kind of commentate. Oh, somebody just got their first pull up, blah, 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 that type of thing. But we're going to have this overlay on there, and our 3 sponsors will get called out every night or every time I do the podcast, probably over the next month. So I might leave this overlay up there for the next couple episodes. Sal's going to be on there. So kind of doing a trial run of, hey, you want to sponsor the podcast? We're always looking for sponsors of things. Um, Send me a message if you want your logo on there permanently. We can discuss that and see what we can do. But we're only going to push products or things that we believe in and we use. Gem Beach Marina, Steve and Megan are good friends. We used to have our jet ski there. Greer Automotive, we've switched our vehicle service to them since Zane became a member. And then Fido and Felix, we've been sending our dog, who's a giant royal pain in the ass, I will say that, to Caroline there at Fido and Felix for dog grooming since probably 2023 at least. Maybe it was 2024. I don't remember. Um, but it's been a long time. So all trustworthy businesses, I would highly recommend. If you have a boat, get on Gem Beach's wait list. Greer Automotive is in Oak Harbor. Can't say enough things about him. Zane um, brought his freaking air compressor to the gym one day. Lexus had a nail in her tire. He pulled it out, plugged it, asked him how much we owed him. He's like, nothing. So, I mean, he's just stand up dude. Sal went and bought a truck. Um, I think Zane FaceTimed him so he could show him the underneath his truck. Um, so yeah, I would definitely go there. And Fido and Felix, it's very convenient because it's right across the street from the gym. But um, again, they do a very good job. They're a corporate wellness partner with us also, so their employees get a discounted membership. I think Caroline might pay for the whole thing. I don't remember. Don't quote me on that, but um, trying to get her employees healthy, and I mean that's awesome. You're paying for your employees' gym membership to encourage them to go work out. So visit them. Tell them we sent you. We don't get any commission for that, so it's just really we're trying to push it to the right people that we trust. So, all right. If you're a member at the gym, we will see you this week. Limited schedule. Remember, go check the app, check the website before you show up because the hours are a little bit different this week. So thanks for tuning in to Ottawa County's Healthcare Home. We'll see you.